Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Shogun 2 A Total War. Where last time, we reached one of the most critical moments in any Shogun 2 campaign. Here we go. We are now officially acclaimed, and as the game warns me, yes, that means the Shogunate is starting to take notice of me and get a bit nervous. And on account of that, yes, we're on the verge of not just a war with this giant force here in Kyoto, but literally everyone in Japan. Because if I do basically any more expanding, the Shogunate panics and tells everyone to get me. And they all flipping will. Like, it's theoretically possible to keep like one ally or one vassal during realm divides. But I definitely can't. Like, my only friends really are the Chosakabe, and they barely like me in the grand scheme of things. Like, plus 36 is nothing. They are going to turn on me the moment the Shogunate tells them to. So yes, basically what we need to do now is prepare for war against literally everybody. Which is a really interesting moment in this game, because there's all sorts of ways you might want to theoretically do that. One important one, of course, is the economy, because the moment everyone declares war on me, that means there's no one I can trade with anymore. So, yes, most of my trade income is just going to disappear, because all my trade partners are now attempting to murder me, and thus are not particularly interested in, like, the pottery I was shipping them or whatever. So instead, yes, we've got to make sure that our tax income is sufficient to cover our armies. And yeah, investing in economic tax, that's not a bad idea either. So, in 3 turns, yeah, we'll have even more tax coming in, and we can also start working on even better farming. But it's not just the economy, of course. You've also got to be factoring in a world where everyone's going to be attacking you, where precisely are you going to defend? Because you can't have an army literally everywhere, that's not feasible. And for me, yeah, that, at least, is looking pretty good. After all, my empire is overwhelmingly here in the west of Japan, so as a result of that, yeah, most of this territory is relatively safe, especially if I just build enough naval power to ensure no one can invade Kyushu. This also makes me think that yes, when it is go time, possibly what we'll actually do to kick off Realm Divide is attack the Chosakabe and move on to their island and begin taking their territory. There's a very specific reason for that, which is these guys pose a threat to me. Not in terms of, actually being able to defeat me or anything, I don't think they can. But their ports are located way too nearby to my ports. They could become an annoyance, just, floating around with various small boats and moving their troops around to locations I'm not prepared for. Knocking out the Chosakabe early, that strikes me as a good idea. And if I begin Realm Divide by putting an army onto their island, better and better. Because then, hopefully, their armies will come and fight to me on this island, Shikoku, rather than invading me. As for everyone else, meanwhile, yeah, because we're overwhelmingly here to the west, then just have a line of territory sticking out eastward, yeah, probably most enemies that come in via land are going to have no choice but to attack me here at Bison. Which is precisely why we're upgrading a Bison right now, to make it bigger, stronger, add more garrison forces, etc, etc. And then there's one last thing as well, which is, okay, what I can't do right now is go around taking too many more territories. If I do, the Shogunate's gonna get annoyed. However, that's not the only way to wage war on someone. If in theory, I was to declare war on, say, the Hojo or the Takeda, and then just didn't take any of their territory, yeah, that's not actually a problem as far as the Shogunate are concerned. And there's a very specific reason why I might choose to do precisely that. The Hojo, you see, have got a rather powerful navy. Too much navy, in fact. I don't like how much navy they've got. They could potentially be a problem. In fact, let's be honest, they're the only faction in this game right now that stands at any chance against my navy whatsoever. And partly that's just an accident of, yes, who's ended up with what territory. The Takeda are pretty terrifying at land, but they've only got like 1 or 2 ports in their entire empire. They simply don't have much of a fleet because they've got no reason to have a fleet and no capacity to build it. The Dante, meanwhile, they've got a few ports, but they're a long way out the way. Very small, and also very much not dealing well with counterattacks from the Hojo and the Takeda, so we don't really need to worry about them either. Then it's just a handful of really small territories to the north, so again, not a major concern all things considered. To the south, however, yeah, the way the Hojo have expanded, basically, they've just taken huge amounts of coastal territories. They've got so many ports, which is why as a result they've got so many cocking boats. So here's my thinking. We want to, yes, just take a little bit of time to focus on the economy and start building up our navy. And probably what we're going to do is declare war on the Hojo with no intention of taking any land off them. All I want to achieve by doing that is destroy their navy. This isn't just, to disable it before realm divide begins. This is also economically very useful to me. After all, if I attack and destroy their navies, I get to capture those ships. Why would I bother, spending my own time and my own money creating ships when I could just take them off the Hojo? And on top of that, while I'm just going around attacking their ships, potentially, I can also do a bit of piracy and steal any trade that they've got going on. So, yes, as I say, there are good reasons to consider going to war against your opponents who are going to be your main foes during Realm Divide, even before it actually begins. Oh, better and better. That minor faction just next door to me, they're willing to trade at this point. Good. They're even willing to pay a slightly ridiculous $5,000 for the privilege, so, oh, you know what, why not, mates? If nothing else, yeah, that's just more visibility, as long as we're still trading, so, okay. That's a good solid amount of money, though, yes indeed, I'd forgotten about this for a second there, so, yes, possibly something very interesting is about to happen at Kyoto, which is, the Ikuiki appear to be approaching the Shogunate with a couple of very cocking large armies, so, okay, keep an eye on this nonsense. They could be going elsewhere, by the way. The Ikuiki kinda hate everybody, so who knows where those forces are going. And yes, do not forget to invest in roads, given when the time comes, yeah, we may need to have troops moving around this bit of Japan very bloody quickly. And there is also one more final thing I'd like to do, which is, here we go. My precious, all-powerful, mega level 4 priest. You, my friend, are now going to be moseying behind enemy lines. Because, one, he's a good spy, he can keep an eye on what's going on in the world, but yes, there's of course one more thing we can do with him as well. Still, let's keep time moving along, because I'm genuinely curious what the hell the Koiki are about to do. So, okay, we just got more reinforcements moseying through this territory, no trouble. Yeah, keep an eye on the cocking Hojo and all of their navies as well. I don't like how many boats these guys have got, and, okay, please stop taking your boats up north, okay? If they were all down south, that'd be good. Then I'd know where they were. Don't like the idea that, yes, there's more to the north I just don't know about. That could be trouble, potentially. And as for the Ikoiki, okay, I'm pretty sure they just walked straight past Kyoto, actually. Not sure where you guys are going, but good luck with it, whatever's going on there. Oh, and here's a nice event. So, right. This coming year, we're going to have a call to arms, so additional recruitment slots. Or alternatively, more money. You know what? I want more money. Let's have giant piles of money out of our farms. That would be ideal, actually, yes. Oh, and finally the Matsuda are dead. Right, someone bothered finishing those losers off. So okay, my missionary keeps moseying eastwards, beautiful. And honestly, yeah, I'm happy to just keep my ninja around here. He could just keep an eye on, yeah, this narrow pass right here, because anyone who wants to come at me via land, they have to come this way, so that's not a bad spot for you. As for Bowser, meanwhile, right. We need to immediately move you from a stronghold up to fortress. So yeah, that is going to eat more and more food as we upgrade the place, but honestly, that's fine. We've got plenty of food coming in, just by virtue of the fact that, yeah, we're upgrading so many farms right now. And okay, back in my home territory, I should definitely be producing more Namban trade ships, purely because, yeah, They are just so much stronger than anything the Hojo has access to. And if Hojo has got even more fleets than what I think they do, yeah. Having a couple of extra European trade ships is going to absolutely destroy them. Though honestly, this force alone should be able to destroy anything they could possibly throw at me. 2 European ships, and a whole bunch of others are basically just to, you know, eat arrows and keep anything else away from the real killers. Though these days, finally, I've got fire arrows, so yeah, that's going to help laying down even more stress on the enemy in terms of morale. A fire arrow volley together with cannon fire, that'll break just about anything. Honestly, I'm tempted to just, yeah, spam basic bow platforms, and then put, yeah, a whole bunch of them in a fleet with 1 European trade ship, and then just let that thing get the kills, while everyone else just rains fire on anything that comes at me. I mean, that's probably going to work pretty well, actually. Tragedy though, yes, that bonus recruitment slot apparently doesn't apply to ports, so I can't double train Namban trade ships, as hilarious as that would be. Still, keep on keeping on. This year, we're just going to be chill, we're going to focus on the economy, we're going to get our tax income up and up and up. It's all going to be fine. Why are the Hojo sending so many ships in this direction? I don't like or appreciate this. And bloody hell, just look at the income all of a sudden. This is why you can't rely on trade income. So I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of flipping and blockading just literally everyone. Basically, yes, I'm not trading with anyone right now in terms of major factions, apart from the Chosakabe, who are pretty modest, all things considered. The Yameko we're trading with by land, which isn't that much really, so, yeah, basically 2 factions by sea. Everything else, these idiots are just blockading each other. Still, that is true, John. You should definitely be investing in the very literal gold mine that's sitting up here at the top of your empire. Oh, and even better news. The Donderbus cavalry is ready to go, so, okay, if you've never seen these guys in action before, oh, bloody hell, they are something special. Like, if you just want an enemy to die, and I mean really die, not just be dead, but be cocking removed from existence by being exploded, oh, these are the guys for you. Oh, and that is true. We've got an open building slot right here in Bison, so, okay. Right now, yeah, we've just got a basic market, which is fine if unremarkable. But yeah, this is the territory with an armourer. So samurai recruited here, they're going to be good, like really good. So Yari Drill Yard for Yari Samurai, tempting, but I don't love Yari Samurai, to be honest. Like, you know, just very good infantry for dealing with cavalry. Well, you know what, we've got Yari Ashigaru, what do we need Yari Samurai for? Honestly, yeah, a sword school, just so we can get more Katana Samurai who come with bonus armor, not a bad idea, and pretty bloody cheap too, all things considered. What I will do though, is yeah, take a Suo over here, up to a fortress. Which might seem a bit on the weird side, but yeah. There are combinations of buildings I'd like to set up over here, so I can train particular units. And okay, guys. If some of you would mind, like, you know, relieving the blockade against yourselves, that would be appreciated, because I kinda need some trade income coming in order to fund my growing economy for the imminent war I'm gonna be fighting against all of you, please. And as for the Hojo, right. I feel like for some reason, yes, they've decided their principal enemies are up north, and they're just sending their entire cocking navy to go and deal with it. Which is worrying because, yes, that means our navy's going to be scattered all over the place, though. Okay, bare minimum, some of it is heading back east along the south coast. That's good news at the bare minimum. Oh, and there we go. Tax reform gets even more money in. Now, the question is, do we actually want to be focusing on, yeah, land consolidation? The final farming upgrade. I mean, probably yes, because if we can just build that in all my core territories with the Matsukes in them, I mean, that's got to be pretty good. Then again, there is the sumo tournament here, but that's, yeah, 2% bonus to tax rate, and also bonus to happiness, but that's also quite some way away. Calligraphy would be good for, yeah, trade income, but how much trading are we going to be doing imminently? Like, in 11 turns we might not be trading at all, so that's possibly not that great. You know what? loyalty of generals, given that was a concern in the previous episode. Our main general is starting to get some slight delusions of grandeur. I mean, he's looking better now we've, like, adopted him into the family or whatever. But yes, I'm still a tiny bit concerned about this guy. Oh, and here we flipping go. This here is one other thing that we could potentially make use of over in this bit of the world, though. Nope, never mind, that's Shikoku attacking a small faction over here, not Kyoto. Kyoto is not currently under siege by the Ikoiki, as hilarious as that would be. Sorry, as I was saying, my missionaries. Obviously, as we've discussed previously, walking into enemy territory, or rather, neutral territory, and kicking off a Christian rebellion, that's not an act of war. You can just do that, and no one seems to mind that much, so... Okay, you, sir, are going in to this mostly unguarded territory, kicking off a Christian revolt, and, as a result of that, this very large territory right here, currently, yes, a castle, being massively upgraded, with multiple advanced buildings in it, that might be about to fall to Christian rebels. So, you just get on with that. I've got more missionaries coming in too, just to, like, you know, assist and whatnot, so, yes, this is what we're gonna do now. We're just gonna cause as much trouble for the Hojo as we possibly can. Oh, and John, do not forget you can train Naginata Samurai over here at Bitchu. It's just that, yes, because they're here and not in Bison, they wouldn't gain the bonus armor. And yeah, if I keep upgrading that armor structure, then I think it's up to plus 3 armor for the units already affected. But also, right, warrior monks, etc. So, that's not really relevant to me. I don't do warrior monks anymore. That's fine. It is odd, by the way, the retraining just sort of dropped out of this game at some point. Because obviously, you know, back in Medieval 2 and Rome, you can just take a unit, bring it into a new town, and then retrain it to give it that town's bonus. Which makes sense, because, you know, if you bring your troops to a town where there's a blacksmith, you should be able to pay a bit of money to upgrade their weapons using that blacksmith. But yes, that just doesn't exist in Shogun 2. Units get the equipment they get when they're trained, and they're stuck with it for the rest of their lives. I'll tell you what, though. Samurai better than no samurai, so let's just get, you know, 1 or 2 of those guys trained here, so we can bring some hard-hitting troops over to Bison. Because it will take quite a while to train these guys here. Like, not every unit in our army's gonna have that improved armor. Oh, this is sad, by the way. Just, got told apparently my daimyo's got a bit too comfortable hanging out in Bongo. He now likes his food, so as a result, units under this man's command are actively losing movement range. Okay, I think you, sir, need to get a bit of experience out in the world. So, welcome to the exciting, sexy world of being an admiral. Because do bear in mind, there is actually specifically an admiral tree right here inside the general's character skills, so, okay, buddy. It's never too late to start a new career. Congratulations, you're our new admiral now. Still, keep time ticking along here, and yeah, I don't like where the Hojo are. There's now huge amounts of Hojo forces up north, waging war against, yes, one of their local enemies, because, well, they've got a fleet up there, and the Hojo had nothing else to do with their fleet. So, I mean, then again, we could look at this as the Hojo being kind of trapped up there. Like, if I just guard that straight, then in theory, potentially, yeah, we could, like, trap them up there, where they can't really regenerate or anything, so, okay, there might potentially be something we could do with this, and also on top of that, I'm pretty sure I just saw, yep, the flipping Hojo have just lost a territory to a Christian rebellion. Brilliant. And better, my Metsukes are leveling up back on Kyushu. So okay, you just get on with that, my friend. Just, yeah, keep on keeping on. 51% tax rate. Okay, we're back over 50%. Beautiful. And we've even got a new son. Though honestly, yes, the campaign will probably be over by the time he's actually, like, coming of age or whatnot. Though, maybe we can, like, arrange a marriage or something at some point. Bare minimum, though, right. We are now doing a fair whack of trading with the Hojo and the Takeda again, so, okay. We can now use their own money to prepare for the war against them, which is delightful. And okay, while we've still got a couple of seasons where we've got bonus recruitment slots, Just ship a couple of basic units back over to Bitchu, and yeah, get working on Katana Samurai. Absolutely. So yeah, we can train 2 at a time right here. And as soon as this thing's done, yeah, I think that actually gives you, yeah, even more recruitment capacity. Though unfortunately, yes, when that's done, the event will have worn off. So at least bare minimum, we get to keep a 2. But okay, here's what I'm thinking. I've now got, yes, a fleet made up of basic boat platforms and 1 European ship. It's not quite full stack, but it's pretty bloody close. I think we're only like a 1 boat short. So you, sir, could go southwards and, yeah, basically start causing trouble for the remaining Hojo forces floating around this bit of the world. I mean, that, or alternatively, you could just stay here and play a bit more defensively. Because the main damage we're going to be doing is, yeah, with this force right here, 2 European ships, which is quite frankly cocking overkill. Then, yeah, 3 medium ships for boarding, and a bunch of basic boat platforms. We send you northwards. We've also got, yes, a small secondary force here as well. I mean, honestly, I think we could just go up here and to mop up a decent amount of the Hojo fleet right now. They've got a lot of ships up here, well out of position. Though actually thinking about it, yeah, if you're going to be going in this direction, you, sir, should stay right here and guard the port to make sure that, yeah, my trade income to other factions doesn't get cut off. Oh, and just look at this over here as well. Oh, that is sexy. That is so sexy because this is how late-game empires very often look in Shogun 2. You're going to have large amounts of territory that's basically unguarded, and your armies are just going to be marching around where they're actually needed. Like, you know, generally the economy is not strong enough to maintain good garrisons in every single city. Cities in your backline are often completely undefended, so that just means we can mosey around here and cause a lot of cocking trouble. So, right, let's just incite another rebellion if we can, though. Gosh darn it, you failed on this occasion. But yes, this guy here is now taking attrition and is nowhere near big enough to actually take this force back. Like, that's not a bad force right there. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna have some fun just going around causing some cocking trouble, though. And so we could just make it to that territory, though that one's more 50-50, because yes, you're just not as experienced as that other guy. Still, you were successful, so well cocking done, my friends. So yeah, that force may well be big enough to just walk in and take this territory too. So yes, we're basically just denying territory to the Hojo right now. And beyond that, yeah, I'd say that basic fleet layout is working nicely. Just to get some Namban trade ships out, that is a great right there. And you know what, John? While you've got money, get some Portuguese troops out too. We didn't really get to, you know, enjoy them in all their glory because they sort of died due to my own incompetence during the last fight we got to use them. But okay, this time will be better, I promise. And yeah, the thing about maybe fighting the Hojo in the seas to the north of Japan is, up here at least, there's not really anything they could do to me. Specifically, yeah, there's no ports they can blockade or anything. The only problem being, yeah, if they go over here, I've got basically unguarded trade ships just floating around doing nothing. Speaking of which, by the way, I am just constantly training more to toss more of them over and over again into my giant pile of trade ships, though. Okay, we finally got a full stack there. Well done, guys. Right, in that case, you could go up in this direction. Oh, and you know what? That is true. Now my tech's advanced far enough, in theory, if I wanted to, yeah, I could upgrade my flipping Rise Exchangers to full-on merchant guilds. That is, however, going to eat more food. Currently I'm on +3, which is not spectacular. I'd like to be at like a +10 at this point, ideally, but we will have more coming in soon. I don't want to do this everywhere. But maybe, bare minimum, yeah, doing it inside some of my most valuable provinces would not be a bad idea. Okay, bare minimum, yeah, my most valuable territories can have that. Not everywhere, because yeah, that just eats too much food. But where the Metsukes are located, maybe it's worthwhile there. But okay, keep on keeping on, and yes, keep a close eye on the Hojo territories, because they're gonna start losing a lot in a hurry if they don't have a good army nearby too. I'm deeply concerned that Ametsuke just came up to my priest and did something very bad to him. Which normally they're not very good at doing. Like, it's ninjas who deal with priests. So, yes, Ametsuke just came up to him and dealt with him. That's very unfortunate in a way. Okay, it was an attempt, but luckily he failed. Oh, never mind. One of them failed, another one succeeded, so... they got my good guy, didn't they? They've tried and imprisoned him. So, okay. Luckily, he's not been executed. They didn't get, like, you know, the critical success or whatever. He's just been tossed in prison. So, he will be let back out, just in a while. This guy was able to get away with it, though. I could try and convert you back. Or I could just, like, you know, roll on and try and take more territory, because... oh, yeah. Oh, flippin' yeah. You are definitely not able to take back some of this, are you? You know what? Just rock on and cause some more rebellions, if you'd be so kind. So, gosh darn it, 76% and you failed. You know what? It's fine. That just, you know, gets you experience as you go. But you know what? I think I am happy enough with the state of my economy for the time being. We're in a good position right now. We've got lots of money coming in. And yeah, our cities are growing nice and fast. This is looking good as far as I'm concerned. So as a result, my friend, okay, you idiots over in the Hojo clan, I am not willing to accept you arresting my priest. He was there for entirely innocent and not rebellion-provoking a reason. So, okay, it's cocky go time. So step one, yeah, we want one fleet right here guarding this particular area, so no one could get to the Namban Quarter. Alright, that's good stuff right there. Let's just put one more ship in there, just to make absolute sure. So yeah, that's now a full stack with cannon ships in it. That's pretty good. Then what we've got is, yeah, so one backup fleet here that honestly mainly exists just to make sure the cooking Hojo don't sneak up on any of my beautiful trader McGibbles. So, yeah, you're going, like, over here somewhere, just to keep an eye on you, and, okay, you're not Hojo, that's fine, but this is the main fleet. These are the guys we're going hunting with, so, yeah, just mosey in this direction. Let's see if we could jump on this here fleet, because, oh, guys, that fleet's not looking so scary anymore, is it? No, no, it's not. And better, right, the Takeda are attacking the Ikoiki, so that's going to keep them distracted if they get pulled into the war with the Hojo, because those two are allied. But yeah, once again, just to keep training more Namban trade ships. Those will basically assure our dominance at sea. But okay, at this point, yeah, we're just waiting for the right moment to jump the Hojo fleet and destroy it, and ideally capture some of it, repair it, and thus have it even more power on our side. Oh, and you know what? If I'm about to be going to war at sea, 10% movement range for all ships, you know what? That does sound good. And yeah, my military tanks are just getting faster and faster at the minute, because as you upgrade the main building in towns, that increases the rate at which you do military research. So, yeah. Right now, I'm just building a lot of defenses in a lot of territories. Specifically, yeah, Bison, so we can get more buildings and more defenses out. Suo, so once again, we can just get more buildings out as well. Yeah, there's a lot of improvements going on around the Empire that mean I'm getting faster and faster when it comes to military tech. So, okay, keep a close eye on the Hojo and... right, I think they just arrested my other priest, but hopefully he's fine. He wasn't as important, okay? So, right. I see you guys there. There are some bigger forces floating around down south. But I think we could deal with it. Hopefully, anyway. Okay, bare minimum, that guy was, yeah, imprisoned, not executed. Oh, and hello, sexy. We've got the opportunity to send an embassy to the Pope, so... Go on then, for 1,000 gold, let's send that and see what happens, because it's probably going to be good things. Also, hilariously, I think, yes, the Yamato might be, almost dead at this point. Like, they're just being, mopped up here, though, honestly, I'm kind of okay with this, because this faction here is in a really weird position, because their empire is mostly just a big line that, functionally, is acting like a buffer state between me and my enemies. So I'm actually A-okay with that. And okay, problem number 2 here, which is, where precisely are the Hojo forces? Because one of them was somewhere around here, but now I've lost sight of him. And I don't recall seeing where he moved, you know, between turns and whatnot, so... that's not ideal in a way, no. Okay, send this guy southwards. We've got plenty of other boats coming in here who could just, yeah, guard the port. Because I could have sworn I saw some of you guys round here. But now you're gone, and I wouldn't mind, yeah, just floating around in this bit of the world, because otherwise there's a possibility you'll just go round here and, yeah, go attack my trade ships. Which I don't want, so a decent strong army down in the south in this direction. It's not a bad thing at all, but seriously, where's that cocking a fleet gone? Okay, I don't know, but yeah, bare minimum, we've now got well-trained and armoured Yari Ashigaru and the Dondobus Cavalry reaching the front line. So yeah, send some basic troops back to Bichu for the reinforcing army. You guys get in here. And beyond that, yeah, the economy is now in a decent enough position for you to just keep training samurai. Because whatever happens next, I pity the poor soul who attempts to assault this castle. And speaking of which, right, it's time to start really specialising this location into somewhere we can hold out in the long term. So, I'm building my first ever encampment, reducing the cost of recruiting units, but also massively increasing the replenishment rates. Which we can also do with, yes, improved roads. So once again, just keep doing that as well. Okay, if we don't know where the Hojo fleets are, and we don't, then pull back for now. The next time we see a good opportunity, we jump them. But honestly, if I just kind of leave, yeah, my main fleet around here, if they want to get to me, they've got to come this way. So at that point, yeah, I could just jump each of them as they try and make it back to friendly territory. Oh, better and better. My missionary's back, though, yes, he spawned back in the capital, meaning it's going to take him a while to get back into a useful position, unfortunately. Oh, here we go. Here we flipping go. Right, just keep an eye on those guys. There's definitely a bunch of them south of Chosakabe. Is that Chosakabe? Hang on, that's not Chosakabe. No, that's way further east. Sorry, I completely misunderstood where some of your forces were, as it turns out. So, okay. Most of the Hojo Navy appears to be going home. Presumably after, yes, winning whatever conflict it was they wanted to take care of. So, yeah, most of them way over here. Long way away from me. And that means, yeah, over here, things are pretty chill. You, buddy, are in a pretty good spot to just hold right there. Especially given, yeah, we have got a second European ship coming to back you up. So, right. What we're going to do is, yeah, send one ship to just help out with guarding the port. You go down here and just, yeah, join up with these forces. So, yeah, we've now got 2 European ships and a whole bunch of bows in that fleet. That should be able to deal with anything the Hojo can throw in our direction. These guys here, meanwhile, they're just an emergency backup, though, yes, for some reason, the Chosakabe just enjoy going past them and then hanging out right outside my port. But they're not, like, blockading it or anything, so I guess I could just do that, and that's fine. But okay, I think it's time. We're not going to be starting a realm divide this second, but it's time to begin, yes, the wars that lead into it. Oh, and on top of that, a fortress, you say? Oh, no. No, 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 no. I want a cocking a giant stone castle. Okay, I think it's time to make this happen. We've got one navy here, and oh yeah, you guys are battered. This is a good target, so declare war on you. The Takeda are apparently going to get involved, though if we get lucky, they might just say, actually, you know what, I don't want to, I'm out. And then the alliance will be broken, but we'll see. Never mind, the Takeda decided to get involved. So I'm no longer trading with Hojo or Takeda. And as I expected, yeah, those guys decided to run. Which is precisely what I wanted them to do. Because guess who they've just run into? Oh, you Hojo bastards, I'm going to enjoy this. Right, behold the power of absolute ridiculous overkill. So, just turn my ships sideways, begin hitting those stupid losers. So, yes, this is a small fleet. There was already a bit on the damage side, so... oh, guys. I feel like this isn't gonna go well for you. Oh, yeah, just begin attacking you guys. You're already wavering, which is delightful. And then, guys, just spin her around, spin her around, spin her around, and keep attacking, which is beautiful. Just when their main ships get into range, we've got another new trait to show off. Here we go, everybody pile in, and congratulations, you guys could just do a war cry. You guys can activate your flaming arrows. And yes, with that, you should break in no time whatsoever. This is going to be, oh, I do enjoy flaming arrows. So, oh, what's that? Your ship's cocking on fire? Oh, well, that's bad luck for you. And at this point, right, we've just run in. One of their ships has surrendered. This one surrendered as well. This guy appears to be a bit shaken, actually. You know what? They did some good work to us. But no. None of that, please. Just to make sure, yes, their remaining units get cocking bombed to shreds. And... okay, so I'm pretty sure we captured their entire fleet there. Lovely. Oh, yeah. Literally captured the whole thing. And I think we suffered the casualties of, yes, 3 archers at one point. And better, on account of the fact that, yes, my daimyo was technically leading that attack, he's just leveled up for the first time. So, okay, naturally, we're going to be giving him a huge amount of movement range to offset the fact that, yes, let's just say, apparently he enjoys his food a tiny bit too much. And better, we can even give him more movement range when he's in a ship, and bonus command when attacking at sea. Oh, absolutely, why not? Right, so get the battered fleet back over to, yes, this port here. We can repair those guys, just 500 gold, they'll be fighting for me next turn. And now, yeah, I'd say leave this force up here for the time being, because there might be a few more Hojo ships floating around. The secondary force, meanwhile, that I'm going to send southwards to join up to these guys, because there's a good chance the Hojo are going to be sending a response to this. Oh, better. Suo's ready for a tiny upgrade, so yes, we can train a Dondabus cavalry here, who are ridiculous mega shotgun cavalry. Cannot wait to see those guys in action. But yes, on top of that, I would like to be able to train Yari cavalry. Basically, yes, cavalry that are also anti-cavalry, because they're armed with big old spears. So, oh yeah, these guys are melt generals like cocking butter. But to train them, yeah, you need a proper stables and also a Yari drill yard. So that's precisely what we're gonna be constructing. And sure, at the same time, we can just afford to, yeah, get some horse breeders in play, so our cavalry can have some charge bonuses. So, absolutely, why the cock not? And though they won't pay for it, yes, one tiny faction will agree to trade with us. So, we may as well do that, just to clear some goods out of the warehouses. Because I'm literally sitting on, yeah, giant piles of unsold goods right now. So, yeah, that's not ideal, really. Still, keep time moving along here. It's time to see, yes, what precisely the Hojo are planning to do in response. So, okay. Some ships are actually moving away. Hang on, was that one up north? I think that was a fleet still up north. So, okay. They definitely have a good number of troops moving in. And you are going northwards up the side of, yeah, the Chosakar Bay. So, okay, they might be bypassing my guy on the south coast and heading north to go straight for my port. So, okay, unsurprisingly, there may be a small amount of sea trader piracy going on at the minute. But perfect timing, just as this war begins. Okay, we've now got even more movement speed for my ships. Despite what the game's saying, though, no, I'm not sure we want to do naval expertise. That might be a bit much. Let's just finish up, yes, loyalty, just for absolute safety. And okay, I see what we're looking at right there. One Hojo Navy, way over here, round the corner. The question is, what are they actually, like, doing? Okay, they're stopping me from, yes, trading with the Iko-Iki. Honestly, that's not really worth bothering with, for the most part. If that's their only fleet, I could just go and kill it. The problem is if that isn't their only fleet, they've got another one, then yeah, they could just sneak it over in this direction, and then immediately thereafter, hit all of my trades. Okay. How many turns did I get to that? Probably, yeah. I could get to them in 2 turns, but they might run away. Then again, that's a decent-sized army too, so... you know what? We're going in to deal with them. And yeah, we've got a secondary force here. That's the force we literally just captured, in fact, so... do I want to send those guys up here? Yeah, you know what? You can be my backup force, just guarding against any possible incursion. And I think actually I've got a few spare ships around here that theoretically could do that too. So, yeah, send 1 trade ship up in that direction. Then just deploy, yeah, 2 bigger ships over to here. You can join up with them. So, it's not like a spectacular navy. There's no European ship there, but it'll do the job if need be. And yeah, I can see some are flipping Hojo ships around here. And that's actually quite a few forces too. Question is, are they going to go northwards and yeah, cut round here, consider blockading these ports? Not that would really do anything, to be honest, but yeah. If they did, they could potentially be going straight for Bungo. I'm going to pull this fleet ever so slightly back. Bring these guys up here. Because, yeah, then that just guards against any attack from this direction. And, yeah, I just want to give them one more turn to see precisely where you're going and what you're doing. Because this here, this is quite a large number of boats. And I don't have proper visibility of them, so I don't know precisely how dangerous this is. Okay, keep watching them. So, hang on. That was... you're pulling back a bit there. They're not 100% sure what they want to do. So, okay. Bare minimum, they are not moving in en masse to attack us. They're not 100% sure what they want to do about this situation, which I am fine with. Dealing with them being confused and whatnot, that is a-okay. Okay, I think I feel safe enough for, yes, one of my fleets to move southwards, and you to move over here. We're in a position to consider attacking you next turn, because you, my friend, are... hang on. Yes, presumably dealing with... oh. That's not much trade you're interrupting, to be honest, no. To the north, meanwhile... okay. Time to send my daimyo in. Are they maybe gonna be willing to accept this fight? Because, you know, the fleets are technically a similar size, and, oh dear... oh flipping dear, look who's running away like a cocking coward. Then again, coming this way is not a bad idea because, yeah, the Takeda, they're around here too. If we could knock out their fleet, whatever that is precisely, that wouldn't be terrible either. Alright, come on you cowards, where the cock are you? Oh, hang on, I think we saw you and you're coming in too, and... oh, guys. I'm not sure you want to do this, but okay, I am happy to let you try. So okay, they're sending in, yeah, a whole bunch of marines, so we're going to want to board. A couple of slightly heavier ships, and yeah, just a few archer platforms. My fleet is nothing but archer platforms, but really their only job is to, yeah, provide cover to the real killers, so... oh guys, you've made a mistake. And we've even got a nice island here, which will hopefully, yeah, funnel them into a nice straight line. So, what we need to do really is, yeah, get my ships here, just turn you guys sideways, obviously, and let them open a fire on anything coming in this direction. And everyone else just, yes, waits behind the island to ambush anyone the moment they come round the corner with a giant number of fire arrows. So, oh, this is going to be hilarious. They do have one advantage, though, which is, yeah, the wind's behind them, so they will be able to make a faster progress towards us, which is a shame. Them having to come into the wind and us being slower, that would be even more hilarious right there. Still, they are sort of forming up into a line as I was hoping would happen, so let's just, yes, get down to these guys, this fast-moving marine boarding ship, and see how life it goes for these guys in just a second, because, oh dear, oh flipping dear, it turns out, not so great. So, okay, they're currently wavering. They don't really want to be here anymore. So, yeah, I'm just going to send one of my ships forward. And they've immediately started routing before they actually get to me. Good, 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 good. Don't bother with any of the rest of that nonsense. Then I was about to say, you know, fire arrows and whatnot. Don't worry, guys. We don't need to bother with that. Meanwhile, we could turn our cannon of fire on, yes, the second group here. And anyone that makes it up to us, yes, at that point we turn on the fire arrows. That will be a-okay. But yes, they're just walking straight into cannon fire right now, which I find delightful. So, yes, you guys are... Honestly, I'm impressed you haven't surrendered. Like, you know, that's ballsy. Just driving straight between my two European ships. Well done. So, okay, you guys just get in over here. Congratulations, you're now going to be activating fire arrows because, yes, they've kind of realised their best chance is just charging forward and seeing if they can get up to my ships. But, oh dear. It turns out no, not so much, because now you're on fire and also being shot from every side, which is delightful. So, oh guys. Oh, this isn't going well for you, is it? So, oh, I did try and warn you. I tried to tell you this was not a good idea. But right, if we can capture them, go and do it, absolutely. So once again, just go over to fire arrows with the second tier right here. They are firing some arrows at my boats. Well done. Like, you know, that's impressive at least. Okay, guys. See these guys off, please. I don't want them doing anything. Right, you're now routing. These guys are wavering, so we can just take them out too. And then, yes, we just basically charge them. And that will be absolutely fine. So, okay. They are, yes, at this point just giving up. But, oh, the cannon fire. The island funneling them into me. Oh, you are Hojo bastards, you are in trouble now. But yes, at this point I just want to basically charge them from every direction in order to surround them. The reason being, if they get surrounded, they end up surrendering. And when they surrender, I get to keep the boats. Right, one last ship at the rear, I believe, so anyone who can, activate a fire arrow mode. Beautiful. You've already surrendered. You're now being shot from literally every side. And there we go, they've given up, and I do enjoy them being on fire. Thank goodness we've got fire arrows at long cocking lasts. But yes, as far as I'm concerned, this is a perfectly adequate naval strategy when it comes to European boats. You just park the European boats at the rear, and then have a whole bunch of the smallest, cheapest, lightest, fastest boats you can, filling out the rest of the fleet, because, yes, they can just charge forward and capture anything else. So, you surrendered. There we go. You've surrendered. Then everybody else just to move forward. Activate flaming arrows. And yes, you, sir, are about to be on fire and very unhappy. This should be, yes, I believe the last boat here. There we go. Making boats out of wood. Turns out that's a terrible idea. And just look at that. These guys are now being fired upon from every side. So, they can't take that. They rout immediately. They've got nowhere to go. So, there we go. They surrender straight away. I think we just captured all but one of the enemy fleet. Beautiful. So, okay, the captured ships get sent up to Bingo, because there's a proper military port right there, so we can get them back up to ship shape in no time. And as for the fleet that just did that fight, they're basically untouched. I don't think we took a single casualty during that entire thing. Like, yes, possibly they did a tiny bit of damage to the side of one boat, but come on. that's a pretty decent result. Still, I would say, having thoroughly humiliated the Hojo, how about we call it a part there? But next time... Right. I'd say we've now done a very good job at taking control of the sea. And that means it's time to turn our attention to the land. Like I was saying earlier, the Chosokabe. They're my first target. I need them to go down so that, yes, they don't have the ability to train troops and boats too nearby to my economic heartland in Kyushu. And that's going to mean, yeah, figuring out where we want to attack, because clearly, yeah, some places are much better defended than others, so we don't want to be going in there, absolutely not. Need to get spies over onto Shikoku, have a poke around, and see where precisely we want to launch our flipping invasion. So, hopefully, you join me next time for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerds, and this has been the delightful Shogun 2 Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much.
Oh my god.
In Fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the chariots!